Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings. Everton 4, Leicester City 0. Can we just have more of these? Can we have more days like these, please? Today was a good day. It was pretty perfect today, if I'm honest. Pretty perfect. The sun was shining. I got to meet so many old friends. Loads of people, bumping into loads of people, having a chat with Dave Vitti from the 1878 podcast before the game. I haven't seen him in ages. Some friends, Joe and Dan from New York. Then at the end of the game, Nathan, who I've known for years, used to OG Folletonians, friend, he bump into him. He's come over from New York. All the Irish Toffees. It was just brilliant. Everyone had a smile on the face. 4 goals, 26 points. Honestly, just it was a great day. Today, like Ice Cube said, today was a good day. It was honestly brilliant. Honestly brilliant. I was a little bit nervous going into this game. Don't mind saying, just because of the need for the win and what a win would do for us. But that was like sorted, wasn't it? After 10 seconds, was it? Like literally 10 seconds. And then we just went on and went on. And as I said earlier, didn't I, in my aftermatch, where it was like, I just wanted to see a goal at the Gladys Street just to cap it off. And we'd missed a couple of chances, and then Jai just walked it in. Basic Trig on the Super Chat says, where is this turgid footy I was promised? Yeah. Listen, I mean, elephant in the room. Someone could not get a tune out of this team. And he painted a very, very, very depressing picture of Everton Football Club. And David Moyes just come in and changed that all round, hasn't he? He's changed that all round. We are no longer looking, feeling, playing. I mean, big feature of today was just how quicker we play football, moving the ball, trying to play football. It's just so nice to watch. And the thing about that is, that's not just because we're playing a team who are dross. It's because we're actually playing. We played enough teams who were dross, and we equaled them for being terrible. Like when we played Southampton away. And it was just, yeah. And to see Beto come in as well, and we changed our style. James Garner was a big part of that. For James Garner, obviously we'll get into the play ratings in a minute, but James Garner with those through balls. But the fact that we changed our style, more importantly, again, shows that there's more to these players. Beto, that they're the kind of passes that he needs, and he flourishes on. And we played to him, and he benefited, and we got the best out of him. But it's just that's what going the match is supposed to be about. Listen, you can't win every single game. Well, maybe we can. But you're supposed to play with an energy and a purpose, and your manager's supposed to be hopeful and moving, and you have something going forward that gives you a sense of optimism, and not just this thing of like, well, if we get to the stadium, everything's going to be all right. Well, why should everything be all right because we're getting to the stadium? Why can't everything be all right now in the final season, Goodison? Now, I genuinely believe we can enjoy Goodison Park now. We can enjoy. Don't get me wrong, it's not done and dusted, but forget about the points. Just the way we play, we'll beat teams. If we play like that, we'll beat teams. So yes, the points are there. And I think we need like 9 more points. But it's going to be we can go to Goodison and enjoy it. That is the whole point now. And yeah, we had the other guy saying to us, not in the same week he got sacked, I think, talking about how Goodison Park, he's not there to, enjoy Goodison Park. He's there to get results. Well, listen, Forget that other guy. Don't want to mention him, but David Moyes has given us the opportunity to enjoy going to Goodison Park, and I thoroughly enjoyed going to Goodison today. As I said before, I enjoyed seeing people who were on their pilgrimage, their last ever time at Everton. The Americans who've flown in for like 4 days to come to their last ever game at Goodison Park. As I said, all the Irish fans, all the kids see it today, all the Irish Toffees. Loads of people. I'm sure there'll be loads of people from other places that have come today. For them to come and be able to enjoy Goodison Park, and for the other people who are going to be able to, who are going to come for their pilgrimage, it's dead easy for me to sit here and talk about I'm not bothered about leaving Goodison Park and I can't wait for the new stadium. But for people who don't get to go every year or have not got to go every single week for like 40 years of their life, it's different, isn't it? It's, of course it's different. The loads of people in the comments now who be like, oh, you get to go every week and you don't, or people often talk about the atmosphere and stuff like that. For anyone, and for people who go every single week, it's great because there was the atmosphere today in the second half, even though I didn't quite feel it because I was still quite like, I just wanted the game won, and I probably didn't start enjoying it until probably the last 10 minutes. But to hear all the songs getting sung in the second half, for people to actually enjoy going the game, for feeling that there's no pressure, that the mood is lifted by, as I said before, not just winning games, but by the way the manager talks. The manager talking about he's embarrassed about where Everton are in the league, and the manager talking about how he wants the best players and he wants to challenge the best teams. That wasn't there before. That was not there before. We had a fella talking the football club down because he doesn't understand the football club. And now we've got a fella who's an Evertonian in charge, and it rubs off on all of us. And, we get to go next week, and we get to go a week on Wednesday. And they're the games beforehand where I'll be like, that dread, almost like that dread in the pit of your stomach 24 hours before the game. I'm certainly not going to have that dread on next Saturday with it being a cup game. I'm going to think we can beat these. And then next Wednesday, I don't think I'm going to have that dread either, because again, I'll think we can beat these. We've done all right, but as long as the players go out and give a level of performance, then you'll be quite not quite happy, obviously, but you'll feel different. So that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what going to match is supposed to feel like. I think. Is feeling like there's a joy and a hope and an optimism, and that's all I want from being an Evertonian. Honestly, I don't believe that Everton are gonna make mad strides to whatever. I just want to see us go out and have a good go and have a decent team, and people come to match thinking we can win this today, and that's been missing for a long time. So, I'm quite happy, as you can tell. I'm quite happy with that, and I'm not even like, it's not even a thing of like, oh, we won another game, we're amazing, we're gonna end up, we could get Europe or anything like that. I'm just happy to have a sense of having the football club I love back. That's what it's all about for me, and seeing players go out and play for the shirt and want to keep clean sheets and want to score goals and understand how important that is for Evertonians. That's, yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So we can look up. We've gone above Spurs. Hopefully Brentford do a favour tomorrow and we have Spurs below us, and it'll just be nice if that continues. Because it makes a massive difference, I think, having a couple of teams below us, because you start thinking, right, we can look up. We're looking up. We're looking up at the table. Who can we catch next? Can we catch West Ham? Can we? And suddenly, you might start looking at their games. Like, as I said before, Leicester beating Spurs last week turned out to be a really good result for us. So you might start looking at West Ham's games now, going, I hope West Ham don't get nothing today. Or I hope Man United don't get anything today. Or Crystal Palace, God, we don't want Crystal Palace to get anything today. We want to, we want to, see them teams getting beat because we can catch them. Because actually, we're closer to them than we are other teams. And of course, the FA Cup next week as well gives us a big sense of optimism because it's a clean slate, clean slate. And it's about, well, it's, yeah. If we could beat Bournemouth, then you're in the 5th round, and who knows, you get a decent draw at home, and God, you that's where the optimism comes from when you're on a good run and you're in the FA Cup, and so we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get into some player ratings. Jordan Pickford didn't have to do loads, let's be honest. I think he only had to make one save. Very, very easy save, just straight at him. I do think Jordan Pickford's not pivotal, but I do think actually him playing the ball out the back, we're seeing more of the Jordan Pickford that actually played for England, something that we've never really utilised. I think Moyes wants us to play out from the back and break teams down, and and he's helping with that. Certainly today, he had one high claim, as I said, one save that he just caught. Accurate passes, 86%. Key passes one, of course, because he got an assist for the first goal. So he was important in that point of view. And I do think his kicking's going to be really important to Everton and his passing from out the back. And I think we've seen that in the first few games we've played. So I would give him a 7.5. He got an assist. He's got to get a goal though. That's got to be the next thing for him, hasn't he? He's got to get a goal. If he wants to be sorry, I just seen that Moyes had confirmed that about the Alcaraz talks. Just seeing that there. It just popped up on my phone. So that's good. That's getting closer. Jake O'Brien, again, another solid game from Jake. They had quite a lot of pace on the wings, and you can see there from his heat map, he obviously got into the final third as well. Very neat and tidy. Ground duels won 1 out of 1. Aerial duels won 3 out of 3. Didn't have to do any tackles. Wasn't dribbled past once. 64 touches, 76% pass accuracy. I thought he was very comfortable. I thought he was very, very comfortable again. Again, this man had just come in and put him in there, and he looks good. He looks good. He's okay. He doesn't necessarily, like we said, he doesn't necessarily fit the type to play right back, but he's come in and he's been really solid and has done an excellent job so far for us. And the people aren't getting any change out of him as well because he's a big unit. He doesn't get legged for pace, and he's doing a brilliant job and helping the back four. So I would give him a 7.8 for today's performance. On the other side, Mykolenko, again, just see his heat map there, quite steady. Couple of times, I think he could calm down a couple of times in terms of passing the ball when he gets into the final third. Just getting that balance, really. But again, played 88 minutes. Very steady game. Won 3 out of his 4 ground duels. Won 2 out of his 4 aerial duels. 1 tackle, 1 interception. Wasn't dribbled past once. And is, again, another player I think has benefited from David Moyes coming in. So very, very solid again. I'll give him a 7.6. The 2 centre-backs, very, very solid. Like, give nothing away. You can see Tarky's heat map there. Obviously getting higher. What you can see there is we're getting higher up the pitch. I think that's massively important. Yes, there's a bit of red in our own box from like set pieces and stuff, but you can see he's getting higher up the pitch, which means as a team, we are getting higher up the pitch, which is really important. Just really, really solid today. He's the king of clearances, isn't he? Ground duels, won 2 out of 3. Aerial duels, won 3 out of 3. Very, very solid. Long balls, 5 out of 7 accurate. Again, big important part of the way we play. The switch, doing it at the right time, getting the fullback free on the side. And I thought Tarky was without sort of them doing too much. That's another thing. But then again, 2 weeks in a row, we've stopped the opposition having our goalkeeper having to make saves. Dead simple. We've stopped the opposition from getting those shots off. I thought that was. I think that's so notable. I think we're playing with a higher line, which is important. And a higher line, it's sometimes against like a team like Leicester with Vardy. But I just think he's comfortable on the ball. He's taking the ball off the goalkeeper. Just have a look there. What he was pass rate, 84% pass rate from 67 touches. So he's been very comfortable on the ball. So Toffee, I would give a. I don't want to go too high because I'm just thinking that they did, but they were impeccable, both of them. Toffee, yeah, I'd give him a 7.9 for today's performance. Jared Branthwaite, again, looking a lot closer to himself. Just see his heat map there. Right over on that left-hand side, but getting so much higher as well. As I said, we're playing higher as a team, and we're pressing higher. 2 out of 3 aerial ground duels, 4 out of 6 ground duels, and again, very comfortable. 80% of his passes from 86 touches. He had 80. So I think that's another thing with Jared Branthwaite. What's happened is that he's starting to get on the ball more, which he did obviously last season. And I think that's important as well, that he gets on the ball and we're using him in that kind of way. 7 clearances, 1 block shot. And again, solid. Absolutely solid from him. So I would give him a 7.8. James Garner, I thought he was brilliant. James Garner, absolutely everywhere he was. There's his heat map there. Absolutely everywhere. For a player who hasn't played for a start of the game since what? September, was he? Must be around September. He was brilliant today. He got the assist for Beto's second goal, and that's what he can do. That's the difference. It was a shame, obviously, Mangala, and it's not. You can't just go, oh well, James Garner had a great game, so it's all fine. We need that squad depth. We're gonna have tougher games, and we need that squad depth. And it'd be nice to have more of a like-for-like sub coming on. But I just thought he's so good at like intercepting the ball, just nicking the ball away, getting his foot in, just digging in and getting his foot in. And I just thought he gives a lot more balance in midfield, certainly for a home game. I thought he gives a lot more balance. 61 touches, 79% pass accuracy. Big chances created 2. 1 shot on target, which he should have scored. That would have capped off his game. Yeah. Was that one? I can't remember. But he had a really good game, and it's that ability. I'm just trying to look. He ground duels 1 3 out of 3, aerial duels 1 2 out of 2. Interceptions 1. It's just that ability to get his foot in and then pick a pass, I think, is a little bit maybe different from what Mangala was giving us. And for him to play 82 minutes after coming back last week, I think he does give us that balance in midfield. And if he can keep on playing those through balls to Beto, then Beto's going to get a lot of opportunities, I think, because they're the balls Beto loves. And just seeing a player with him to do it. I know Harrison Armstrong set him up for a couple, but a player, of Premier League ability week in and week out, because we had to change our style. I thought Garner was a massive part of that. You're not going to get the Corey doing that. You're not really going to get a Disagana Gay. And I'm not sure Mangala could have provided those passes, but I think James Garner's got that eye to provide those passes. And I thought he was very, very good today. And it was as I said, a really good comeback game, and I think let's just hope it continues. Let's just hope that continues now. So, delighted for him to be out for so long, and it's weird how things, those sliding door moments. If Mangala doesn't get injured, then Garner sits on the bench, and maybe sits on the bench for weeks. Who knows? Who knows? But he's come in today. He's got an assist, and his all-round game is really, really good. So I'd give James Garner a 8.2 for today. Adissa Garner Gay, just a typical Adissa Garner Gay game, really. 90 minutes, one key pass, 55 touches, 93% pass accuracy. Just doing what he always does. Ground duels, won 4 out of 8. Aerial duels, won 1 out of 2. Just doing what he generally always does. Just winning the ball back, keeping it, making sure he's got, making something out of nothing. People think he's going to play a simple pass. He doesn't change, little feint going the other way. It's just, again, you can fully understand why Everton are going to give him another contract, and hopefully he accepts that contract. 2 tackles, 1 block shot. Just had a good, really solid game. Really solid game. There's his heat map there. And maybe he was doing a bit more of a protector role today with Garner being in there, but I thought Adissa Garner Gay was just sound. So Adissa Garner Gay, give a 7.2 for today. Abdoulaye Doucouré. I mean, there's been obviously criticism of Abdoulaye Doucouré, especially last week after he looked like his legs had gone after 70 minutes. But today he's played 90 minutes. Got his goal after 10 seconds. And I think that really just put him on a good footing. I think for me at home, I said that against Spurs. I thought for an hour against Spurs, I thought he played really well in terms of the pressing, and I thought he did the same today. It's not always what he does on the ball; it can be what he does off the ball, and I think you lose that when he plays away games. 47 touches, 83% pass accuracy. Big chances created, 1. That was the one for Lindstrom, wasn't it? Where I think Lindstrom should have buried it to make it 4-0. Shots on target, 1. Shot off target, 1. Shots blocked, 1. Dribble attempts, 5. 3 successful. So is that the manager saying, have a little bit more of a run with the ball? Ground duels, won 3 out of 6. That's good for him because he's quite low on the ground duels normally. I think once he got the goal, he got the bit between his teeth. Just see his heat map there again, all over the opposition's half. And I thought he had a really, really solid game, Abdoulaye Doucouré, and obviously got the goal as well. So Abdoulaye Doucouré, I'd give a 7.7 for today. Jesper Lindstrom, again, solid game. Probably should have scored. I think he's made that position his own now. I think there's no doubting that the manager likes what he sees in Jesper Lindstrom. Played 75 minutes before he was replaced by Ashley Young. 39 touches, 93% pass accuracy. 1 shot on target, as I said, should have buried it. Looks like he's enjoying it. Looks comfortable. Looks like he's got the physicality. Looks like he's got the pace now that he didn't have. Not saying under Dyche, but in the first few months. Don't get me wrong. I think Jesper Lindstrom benefited from some of the defensive work he had to do under Sean Dyche. I think some of that is being you see that rubbing off now. So I'd give Lindstrom a 7. Iliman Ndiaye, just a massive thorn in Leicester's side all day, capping it off with a goal. You can just see his heat map there. You can see defensive and all down the left, cutting inside off that left-hand side. Got his goal, which I think he massively deserved. 2 key passes. He was just a massive threat today. 4 out of 4 dribbles, 4 successful. Won 9 out of 11 ground duels. People had, I think just before Moyes came in, people were looking at Ndiaye thinking, does he do enough for the team? And I'm a great believer in it's where you play on the pitch or where you're asked to play on the pitch. That obviously depends, on how you get on. And I think he's playing higher. He's getting more of the ball. We're a lot more attacking team. He works his bollocks off. You can see that. And 9 out of 11 ground duels won. That's ridiculous from a left winger. And, as I said, his goal, he fought for that goal. He fought for that. He put one just wide a little bit earlier on, but he fought for that goal today. And he really is that little bit of an X factor that we've had all season. But I just think now, because other players, you're starting to see more out of other players, it's helping him rise a little bit. And obviously, back-to-back goals in the last three games in a row he scored in, isn't it? Four, isn't it? He scored in the last 4 games, including 4 in the last 5 games. Sorry, because he's including the penalty he got against Peterborough. So scoring 3 in a row, that's massive. And he looks like he's really enjoying it. And he works his bollocks off. The crowd love him because he does work his bollocks off, but he's got a little bit of magic. And I think we found a new hero. The number 10 shirt, I think will be... Njai number 10 will be the shirt that everyone all the kids will want, because he's the one you replicate in the playground and on the footy pitches. I think everyone's found a little hero, and he's got a boss song. Shout out to Ryan Rooney. He's really come through. I mean, when Everton were terrible, he was still there, but he's come through. And today, yeah, just a sprinkling on that game. So Njai, I'd give it 8.5 for today's performance. Absolutely brilliant. And Beto, the much maligned Beto. Listen, I have criticised Beto no end. I have criticised that man no end in terms of what I thought he was, what his ability was. But today, his 2 finishes were supreme. It was like, when you watch like proper good strikers and you see them score and you go, how come our strikers don't score those goals? Today, Beto did that. Both goals were brilliant finishes, absolutely brilliant finishes in terms of what you want from your centre forward. We played to his style, and I think that's hugely important, because that would never have happened under manager. And that was one of my worries. It was always my worries, and you get fixated on the way you play, because if your manager plays the same way every time, it's pointless. And one of the things that I often said was he couldn't do that job, the back-to-goal job. But if you're going to play like this, then he's got half a chance. He really has got half a chance, because if we're playing balls into him like that, and he's getting off the back of the centre forwards, off the centre backs, and listen, yeah, he probably knows he has to go up a little level in terms of aggression and fitness just to get more out of himself. But those 2 goals today reminded me of the goals that he scored in Italy, and that's all you can ask. And the thing about it is now, he gets to do it again next Saturday, and then he gets to do it again next Wednesday, and then he gets to do it on the Saturday after. That's like guaranteed. That's absolutely guaranteed. And Everton will be working out ways to get him in more and more. And some of it today was just our fullbacks turning them round. That's all it was. It was just simple ball down the line and turning them, and him getting on the other side. It reminded me of like Andy Johnson back in the day, where if you wanted to get out, all you knew you had to do was throw a ball down the line, Andy Johnson would chase it, and suddenly you had to throw in there half. And then next week you get a throw and the ball's in the box and we'd score. And that's how simple football can be sometimes. But listen, he's waited, and he said he was very close to moving. And again, talk about Mangala. Fortune sometimes, it's that sliding door moment of, if Brozier hasn't got fit, and if Dom doesn't get fit, and Schmitty's, and Beto's got an opportunity now, and he took it with both hands today. And to be honest, he should have had more. He should have had more goals probably today, or at least add an assist as well, because his runs were so good that he put himself in so many good positions where we could. There was a couple of times on the right hand side going to the Gladys Street where he had the ball, and if he just maybe got his head up or just took a little bit more time, But now maybe he will. Maybe now that he's in the team and he's going to stay in the team, now he'll take a little bit more care because he's not. And maybe that's behind why he scored a couple of goals today, is because he's not going to be thinking, I'm only on the pitch for 15 minutes. I've got to be. Maybe he could calm down a little bit. And you know what? Fair play to him because he's waited so long. It's took him so much time to get in the team, and he doesn't have to worry. Now, he doesn't have to worry about anyone being over his shoulder. He is going to play games. It's as simple as that. And listen, go out there and fill your boots, lad. Go out there and fill your boots. Listen, you're not going to play, and we're not going to play against defences as poor as Leicester's. But just get that confidence up and start scoring. You know, set yourself a goal. Set yourself 10 goals for the whole of the season or something. Whatever it is, just set yourself that goal and go and chase it down because you're going to be playing. And listen, I don't know whether it's down to what we're doing with them in training. I don't. But what's good is that we've obviously we're playing him up front. There's no point just going doing what we did with Dom. We have to play to this centre-forward style. And by playing to that centre-forward style, he's got 2 goals today, and he probably could have got more. So that's it. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about like who would have done what, or Beto has gone in there and done the job for us today. So well done to him, because all he wants to do, and that's always been clear, is he wants to prove himself. That's all he wants to do. Prove himself at Everton Football Club and be a Premier League striker. And that's all he wants to do. And he's got now till the end of the season, because I imagine if Everton do bring someone in, it would still only be a backup. And Everton do need to bring someone in, because we can't just have Beto playing every minute of every game for the rest of the season. That wouldn't make any sense. But you know what? Let's see what happens. I made up for him because he's absolutely loves playing and scoring and trying to work hard, and it doesn't always come off, but you can see that tenacity. And there was stuff today where you're seeing it and thinking, oh, you could have done a little bit better there, or it's bounced off him, but in those goalposts, he can do the job if he's given the opportunity. So fair play to him. Absolutely fair play to him. Let's see where it goes. So I would give Beto a 9.5 today, because his goals were massive for us. The subs. The subs were barely on the pitch, but the subs didn't really offer anything. So I'm just going to say 6.5 for all the subs. But what I will say is, it was great to see Tieram and Boonen back on the pitch. 14 touches, 88% pass accuracy, 4 out of 5 ground duels won while he was on the pitch. Fair enough. I might need to give him a 7. I'm giving Tim a 7. Everyone else can have 6.5. Ashley Young, what did he do? He done nothing. He was on the pitch for 15 minutes. He started on the right wing and ended up at left back. Fair play for being versatile. Jack Harrison had a shot, which was nice. Nice to see the shot. It wasn't a very good shot, but it was nice to see him come on. That was the only thing as well. I was thinking, could we have brought Martin Sheriff on there? Just for that moment. But it was really good to see Tim Boonen back on the pitch, because we really do need, like, obviously bodies. So it was really good that we've managed to get him on the pitch, and we've managed to get and we've got Garner starting the game, our midfield. And if we can bring Alcaraz in, that's another one. And maybe if we can bring another centre, we do still need to bring another centre forward on, but fair play. Yeah, there you go. What a good day. What a good day. Happy with that, as you can probably tell. And yeah, Monday be very, very interesting. We'll be live on Toffee TV all day. Not continuously. We will be having breaks. But But we'll be over there, so make sure you come over and watch it. It'll be... Listen, we'll all be happy. We'll all be upbeat, regardless of what happens. But hopefully if Everton can bring in one, get the Alcaraz deal sorted out, then that will be good. So Alcaraz is a bit like a number 10, number 8 kind of player, like a creative kind of player. So play almost in the Decore role. So we'll have a decent... If he comes in, we'll have a decent balance in there as well. And as I said, I think we need a centre forward, simply because we don't have the numbers. Simple as that. So go and check out Baz's videos. Yeah, Jamie, you can just sing the Jamie Vardy video song to your heart's content. Or, you know, who knows, that might be the last time we see him. Well, it's certainly going to be the last time we see him at Goodison, but it might be the last time we see him playing against Everton. Who knows? There you go. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all on Monday. See you later.